Good afternoon and welcome back to Asgard and welcome back to all the mods. Now, I know I've already released one episode today, but I decided to go ahead and do a bonus build for you guys today. Because of course, we are going to need Nether stars when we start getting into Draconic Evolution. So what I've decided to do, since the episode I just recorded today, I went ahead and set up a little enchanting area here, now that we've got lots of XP, and I started enchanting books. Or enchanting swords, and then I was ripping them off with the disenchant lens until I finally got 2 Soul Stealer 4 enchantments. And then of course if you put those on swords and then combine the swords in an anvil, that's how you get the Soul Stealer 5 enchantment. And then of course we can take it off of the book and add it to something else later. And then over here I went ahead and changed over our skeleton spawner. I've still got our other powered spawner right here. I'm actually just going to set it. Shoot. No. Stop it. Never active. Okay. I changed it over for a wither skeleton spawner. Just down here. You can't see it, but anyway, it's a wither skeleton spawner. And then I went ahead and grinded up a tier 5 soul shard. So, now you'll notice that we have wither skeletons running. And they're going to run up until we get 2,000 coal and wither skulls in the system. That way, just in case, you know, as a backup coal supply, we can have them running. And what I did was over here in the Cobbleworks, they have a ton of different drops that they can drop. You'll notice we almost have 2 stacks of wither skulls right now. And then I've also set it up so that all the coal in the system gets exported out to here and creates blocks of coal. And then any excess coal is just going to get dumped. Because, once we have 2,080 blocks of coal and 1,248 stacks of coal, I think that's plenty. So I've just got all this stuff set up with void upgrades. Like we've got everything else set up. And what I want to do today is set up a system that will automatically create withers, and kill them for us. So I've already went and tested the build. It all works fine. The first thing that we're going to want is we're going to want to go ahead and get ourselves 7 of these phantom placers. Now you could also do this with an auto placer, I think. But I want to use the phantom placers. And I went ahead and prepped everything that we're going to need for that. It's just a phantom face that we've covered before, and then just an auto placer to get those. And what those do, those allow up to, initially it's like 3 blocks range that they can place blocks, which is plenty. We don't need any more than that. And the next thing that I want to get, I want to teach our system really, really quick to make dark steel. Because we're going to want just a bit of this stuff. And then I'm also going to want another mob grinder from Draconic Evolution, just like we made last episode. And there's that. And then I'm going to want a redstone clock from Extra Utilities 2. And I also want some insulated, we're going to need more than that. Let me see, redstone alloy. Oh, we've got plenty of that. That's right, I just made like a stack of it. Let's go ahead and get like 40 of that for now. And then I'm also going to want a timer from RF tools. I'm sure we don't have a machine base in here, so let's go ahead and grab one of those. And a clock. And we should have the rest of these things. And then I'm also going to want to grab a repeater. And then that's just about it. I know we'll need some item conduits and stuff, but we'll handle that later. Those really aren't an issue to get at this point. Okay. Go ahead and throw this stuff in there, and we'll go ahead and get dark steel. Let's tell it to go ahead and make another 64 once it finishes that. And let's go ahead and get dark iron bars. We'll get a half stack of that for now. Alright, and now let's go ahead and jump down to the mob farm area. And I went ahead and cleared out this area here. This is where we're going to put it. And we'll just start with a base of dark iron bars. And then we'll bring it up. And then where's my building wand? And we're out of them already. Okay, I may have to cut for just a second while I wait for that to get crafted up. Yeah, I'm going to have to wait a second. Actually, we can go ahead and start setting up some of this other stuff that we've got. So the phantom placers, we're going to set those up just right here. And let's see, I don't think... No, this will be good. So we're going to set these up just like that, just like in a wither pattern. And let me go ahead and jump back here really quick. Okay, so now that that's cleared out, let's go ahead and start setting this stuff up. And what we're going to do is we're going to run insulated redstone conduit. Just like that. And then we'll make sure and connect it up. And it's kind of hard to get in here a little bit. There and there. And then we're going to go ahead and break these off. Because basically we want the skulls to be placed last. We don't want them placed or at the same time as the rest, otherwise it won't make the wither. And then what we're going to do is let's just come up here and we're going to set up a piece of cobblestone right there. And we're going to take and set our repeater right here. And then we're going to bring our insulated conduit. Clear out that a little bit. We'll just bring this down and around. And then we're going to put our timer. Let me see, where's my wrench? And we're going to set our timer up just like that. And now, what we're going to do is let's grab... Let's see, where's my grid? Let's get a piece, just one piece of redstone here. And we'll put our redstone down there. And then we're going to put our redstone clock right here. Because basically what happens is this timer is going to keep running unless it gets a redstone pulse. And it has to be a pulse. It can't be a constant signal. Otherwise it will not shut off. So as long as this is running, this timer is going to keep from going off. However, like if we broke this redstone... Let's see. Oh yeah, you can see that the repeater is going off. Can't really tell it on the cabling for some weird reason, but anyway. But if we put that redstone back down, you'll notice. Well, actually, let me set this tick up to like say 40. Because what's happening is that's 1 second and that's 1 second, and now you'll notice the repeater's not going. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and set this to 200, which is 10 seconds. So basically it's going to create a wither every 10 seconds is the way that we want it set up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set up our insulated redstone conduit here, and we're going to tell it you're going to emit a strong signal. That means basically if we don't emit a strong signal, I don't know if I have anything I can show you. Okay, I don't. Let me pop. It's kind of hard to find my mainframe. Sometimes I've got so many teleports around. Let me grab a lever, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay. So, if I was to say put a lever right here, that turns off because it's got a strong signal, and you'll notice that now this repeater will go off. Go. There it was. So, however, if I set this to not a strong signal, and I'll pull this, you'll notice that this just keeps running. It has to be a strong signal in order to turn this off. So, go ahead and set it to a strong signal. And, of course, right now, this isn't going to run. It's getting a pulse fast enough, so we don't have to worry about that. And then what we're going to do, let's pop back up here. And I want to go ahead and grab a detector, just like we were using earlier. And let's go ahead and grab a machine. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Detector. We need like another stack of this, please. Thanks. And what else do we need? Oh, I didn't make that. And a redstone comparator. And a detector. And then I'm going to want a bit of energy conduits. I'm probably going to need more than that. So let's go ahead and grab, say, 16 more. That should be good. And then, can I get my dark iron bars now? Let's see, what's the crafting monitor? Okay, it's not doing anything right now. Alright, so I'm going to tell it to make another stack of those. Because I guess it didn't count earlier whenever I told it to make a stack. I guess it finished what it was making and then it was like, okay, we're done. Damn lazy auto crafting. Okay. And let's go ahead and bring these up a bit more. And now we don't have the right block again. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and break that out, and we're going to put our mob grinder in right here. And then let's just run our energy line up. Let me see. Where are we going to connect into? And so now this should have power, which it does. That's great. And then let's go ahead and grab another thing of those dark iron bars. We should have enough dark steel now. Alright, there's a half stack. Should be close to being to having enough to be done. And we'll continue bringing this chimney looking thing up. And now we're up to where that's at. So what we're going to do is we're going to just lay out dark iron bars like this. And then we're going to set, okay, this one is up, that one's up, that one's up. We're going to set this one to east, 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 and east. Okay, so now those should be good to go. And then what we're going to do here is let's go ahead and actually hop back up here, and we'll grab the stuff to actually spawn our first wither. So we'll get soul sand, and we'll get wither skeleton skulls. And let's go put these into the placers. Oh wait, we actually have to set up the placers, don't we? Okay, let's do that really, really quick. And we're going to just build out a wither shape with just cobblestone. That's fine. And let me grab my phantom connector. And we're going to say, oops, you connect to here, you connect to here, you connect to there, you there, you there, you there, and then you there. Okay. And so now these are all connected up. They know which block or which placer goes with which block. So let's go ahead and give each of these some soul sand. And now let's apply a redstone signal. Oh, I don't have my lever on me anymore. Let me grab that really, really quick. And we're going to give this a redstone signal so that it stops running the clock for right now. Because we're actually going to need a nether star. Oops. Oh, you know what? Shoot. Okay. Let me break this cobblestone. Almost forgot. And we'll go ahead and shut that off because it basically was trying to place that and it already had the pulse. Oh, shoot. You know what? I forgot one other thing here. Let me grab a redstone torch. Really, really, really quick. Okay. Forgot this one thing about these block placers, these phantom placers. We are going to go through and we're going to right click all of these to pulse. If you right click them with a redstone torch, it'll change them between redstone deactivates them and redstone pulses them. Okay. Now we'll turn that back on and we're going to change these top ones here to down. That way they'll hit that soul sand. And oh. Yeah, it just made a wither. I forgot I had the lever set the right way. And it's going to spawn here in just a second. And it instantly dies, of course. So, let's see what all items we've got from it. Which we're actually going to add in a vacuum chest and stuff in just a second. So we got a nether star, we got a grab bag, wither bone, and solidified experience. Okay, so we'll go ahead and throw that back into the system. And basically I wanted to go ahead and make one so that we had a nether star to use for the filters. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let's break this just a little bit here. And we're going to set up our detector here. And we're going to say nether stars. And you are going to, let's see, emit signal when under the amount. And we're going to say the amount is going to be 2,000. And let's see. We should be under the amount. It should be emitting a signal right now. Oh, that's right, but it's not connected to the system. That is why. Derp. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to need to... Let me run this over and connect it to our refined storage system, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so that's plugged up. So now, since it's under 2,000 nether stars at the moment, it's going to emit a signal and say, hey, stop running. So that'll allow these phantom placers to run, because you'll notice that they will be getting a pulse. So we'll give them just a second here. And go. Go, 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 go. Okay, there we go. And now, the next thing that we want is, we have tiny chests. Can't remember. Or small chests, what are they called? No, we don't have them. Okay. So we're going to use slotted chests again, I guess. And let's go ahead and set up all of our item filters here. So we're going to go here, 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 and here. Okay, so we're going to tell this one to insert, give it a filter, and say soul sand. We're going to give this one a filter. Oops. Insert with a filter and soul sand. And then the top ones we're going to say insert with a filter with their skeleton skull. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring our item conduit out of the chest here, and let's go just connect it up like this. And we're going to tell this to extract always active, and we're going to say round robin enabled. So that way it's not going to dump all of its stuff into like one block placer or whatever. And then let's see. We don't have an option to tell it just the first slot, so that's okay. That's fine. As long as we have those filters in there, that's what counts. Okay, we're actually going to use a slotted chest. So, and we're going to say wither skulls go there. Soul sand goes there. Okay, so now we just really need to set up the export for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and drop down underneath this, and we're going to set a vacuum chest just right here. And then we'll put an item conduit set to pull out. And we'll do our standard ender chest here with green, 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 and a diamond. And we'll set it to insert into there. It looks like we've never gotten a diamond chest plate before. I'll have to filter that. And so we need to... The only things we really need to set up in the filter that are, we don't currently have being filtered is the grab bags. And the grab bags here. And then also, of course, the nether stars. So, I'm going to grab a drawer. And what we're going to do, just because we're going over the top, 2,000 nether stars, let's do it. We're just going to put a drawer like right here. And let's go ahead and lock it in place. So that is going to be our nether star drawer. And then up top, which I may have to add the other grab bags, because chances are those will get added in a bit. Like, we'll probably get a few of those, but I'm going to put grab bags into this filter. And for right now, I'm just going to dump the grab bags in with the enchanted books. That's fine. And then we're going to set grab bags into the filter there. And actually, while I'm up here, let me go ahead and do this diamond chest plate as well, since I guess I don't have that set up. And of course, our grab bags get pulled over into here. So now that pretty much handles the export. And so now what we need to do is, let's just really quickly hook up an exporter. And you want to, with this setup, you want to make sure that you have the soul sand come in first and make sure that these get stocked. Because what happens is, For some reason, if it tries to place a wither skull and there's no soul sand there, it just like sticks it in like a random ass place. Like for example, this placer is of course set to target you know, this empty space right in here. But for whatever reason, let's see. One second. I remember I changed this because I was doing a little bit of testing. That's one reason I cut a minute ago, to see if I could possibly figure this out, but I wasn't able to. So, so we're going to set this back to here on the down level. Because for whatever reason, if it has, like, say, no soul sand here, and it tries to place it down, instead of placing it there, it, like, will stick it, like, down a level and off to the side. Like, it's really janky as far as where it tries to place it. I don't quite understand, so I still got a bit of testing to do as far as that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and set up our exporter here, and let's go ahead and run our cables on back over here. And, whoops, I don't actually want that to go just yet. I'll go ahead and allow it to keep 2 stacks of soul sand, and we're just going to go ahead and tell it to export soul sand so that this will start filling up. And now what I'm going to do, because soul sand should go into the correct places, no problem. Just for some reason the wither skulls, I think maybe because they have to be placed on something, kind of. It works a little bit different. So let's grab a bit of soul sand here just to help it out. And we'll go ahead and throw this into the buffers. Okay. So now that that's set, let's go ahead and tell it to start exporting wither skeleton skulls. I'm going to add a stack upgrade to this as well here in just a bit. But so now it should spawn the wither in just a second. I'll actually go ahead and drop down here. And we're just waiting for the 10-second pulse. And there we go. So it's made a wither. It is, of course, sending the wither down. I'm going to clear this out a bit so we can see a little bit better. And, of course, there's a second wither spawned. Oh, you know what? It's not. Okay, that's fine. What we'll do is we will just drop down here and remove, say, the bottom plate. And hopefully that doesn't destroy anything. That's my only major concern. Nope, it doesn't. Cool. So that is now working. It did get that dark iron bar, but... And sometimes you notice they'll kind of get stuck in different places, but this has a 9x9 range, so it'll be okay. And if you notice, it just got all the items in. So I still need to put a experience solidifier down here, you know, just to do it. But that is working now. So, and it seems to be cutting down the explosion and keeping it from... I wonder if I could put... I'm going to try to put a dark iron bar right over that vacuum chest, just to do it. And we'll see if the items will still get picked up really, really quick. That way, just to be on the safe side, make sure that nothing gets blown up, but I think it'll be okay, but I just kind of want to double check. Okay, items still get picked up, so that works. And if you notice, as long as it had that soul sand and stuff, like I said, if it doesn't have the soul sand, it tries to place wither skulls first, which, of course, it's not going to be able to make a wither skeleton, or a wither that way anyway. But, oh, stuff is still getting caught on that. So we're going to have to remove that. Okay, well that's fine. It doesn't seem to be blowing anything up anyway, so I think that'll be okay. So anyway, I'd say that is done. And now if we pop up into our cobbleworks, we can see that we are getting nether stars. We are already up to 10 of them, now 11. And of course that's just going to keep rising. And the other things that it gets, of course, is solidified experience and wither bones, which were good. I mean, we've already filled that chest actually, but and we're out of wither skulls right now, but that's okay because we're getting a mass number of nether stars. So, easy peasy. Alright, and let's really quickly just make our experience solidifier since I've got the mats on me here. And let's take a look here because it's been just chugging out withers. We have 27 nether stars right now. So, and this is really like an unnecessary top build, but hey, that's what's fun, right? And we'll just go ahead and run, let's see. Actually, we'll just set this up right here, and oops, I don't want that. And we'll tell this to extract, always active, and so that'll be producing our solidified experience as well. So good stuff. I love it. Okay, I was having a slight issue with the those two spots right under where the wither spawns. I can't put any block like iron bars or something because it messes up the wither spawning. So what I did was I put block breakers right there, just in case it does drop an item there, like a wither skeleton skull or something. It'll break that item. Usually, it seems like before the next rotation, you know, comes around and everything. So that seems to be doing the trick. It seems to be running good now. It's ran pretty smoothly. I had two. It's really uncommon. It's like 1 in every 20 runs that it'll put a block there. But this way, just in case that does happen, those will get broken. Okay, sorry about that. For some reason, our authentication servers went down for a second. I don't know if it says something to do with this, but no, for sure. For some reason, it says there's another wither out here somewhere, but I don't know. I think it is wonky because it crashed right as a wither spawned, or the authentication servers went down. There's no wither around. I went everywhere. It's just there's a health bar stuck up there for some reason. But anyway, we have our first stack of nether stars. So that's something you don't see all that often. Just a stack of nether stars. But anyway, I think I'm going to end the episode there. Of course, if you guys enjoyed it, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already for more daily videos. Of course, that'll keep you up to date with when I release videos and everything, and kind of notify you when those are up. So, plus the support is very much appreciated. And anyway, next episode, like I said, this will be my last episode for today, I promise. But next episode will be Draconic Evolution. So I hope that you guys join me for that. And until then, as always, do take care. And I hope to see you guys then.